Yo, what is going on, people? This is your boy Infamous, and today we're diving into Marvel Avengers, and we have tons, and I mean tons of information. So there was no gameplay shown because it was exclusive to Hall H, so no one could see it if you weren't in there. It was only for them. That really sucks, but I give it some time. It'll be on YouTube somewhere, just like the original gameplay was. But let's talk about what happened in Hall H and all the information. So I have it pulled up here. I do follow Marvel Avenger on Twitter. It's the @PlayAvengers kind of Twitter account. Super cool. Follow it. Lots of information right here. So let's jump into it. So first of all, they're talking about how Sean, who's going to be the main person talking at the event, he's talking about the game and what the game is going to be about, being a third-person action-adventure game. Reassemble and build your Avenger roster, which means more characters are coming, and they've already confirmed that during the E3 event. Scrolling down a little bit, looks like people are getting super hyped for the entire event. There's a lot of stuff talking, but jumping into what actually happened on screen there, it says that the A-Day demo, the same thing that happened during the E3 demo, is happening at Hall H. To jump in a little bit more description, they start talking about each character one by one and talking about their gameplay and everything that they get to see during the event. First, starting off with Thor, looks like Thor is being pretty classic character, being the god of thunder, and he's gonna be fighting on the Golden Gate Bridge, pinning his opponents against cars and other things, doing hand-to-hand combat with a little bit of mid-range to long-range combat as well. When it comes to Thor, it looks like he's going to have his heroic ability being able to create radial wind blasts, which is going to be something that each character is going to have in their own aspect, being heroic abilities. The next moves on to Iron Man, who's going to fly across the bridge, and he's dodging rockets and everything that's going towards him, and then he gets hit with his repulsor blast, and then he gets knocked down to the sky. It looks like his heroic ability is going to be Unibeam Blast that deals massive damage to groups of villains. Of course, next is going to be the Hulk, who is jumping out of the Quinjet, and he's going to jump down. It's just like inside the trailer. He's going to kick enemies, he can crash tanks, he can also pick up opponents and also throw up cars, just like, you know, Hulk does. Next up on the list is going to be Captain America. He's going to secure the Golden Gate Bridge. Captain America is going to be investigating what is going on the helicarrier and taking down all the people on the helicarrier with a barrage of melee attacks. It looks like when it comes down to Captain America's heroic ability, he can actually throw his shield and it's actually going to bounce off different opponents and stun them, not to mention he can do a ground move with his shield, being an area of effect move. Then he goes back to the bridge and you play as Black Widow, who is going against Taskmaster with hand-to-hand combat as well as guns. Of course, Taskmaster is who she's fighting against, and he's known for copying abilities. One cool ability when it comes to Black Widow, she can actually turn invisible, and that actually doesn't let Taskmaster copy her abilities. Despite all the efforts of what the Avengers did, of course, Captain America is caught in the crosshairs and the ship is blown up with the helicarrier. It crashes into the bay and ruining the entire city. And the Avengers are blamed for the entire event. So of course, that's the gameplay. We all know about the gameplay and kind of what was going to happen here, but let's jump into the juicy information. Jumping into some of that juicy information I was talking about, looks like after the prologue, you're going to be able to reclaim the helicarrier, and it's going to be your central hub for the game where you can launch single and co-op missions whenever you want to with online friends. Then it looks like during Hall H, there's a video that played showing off different costumes you can have for these 5 characters. Next, it looks like Sean is talking about the co-op missions that you can do and the online features, essentially saying this game is a story-driven game and it's going to stick to that, but you will have certain times where it can be co-op and you can play with other people just by selecting a character within your roster that you have available. Side note, guys, realize that characters do not stack, so you can't have 4 Captain Americas, 4 Iron Mans, or 4 Hulks. It has to be a different character for every person playing. When it comes to the post-campaign world, play missions with any available hero in your roster and defend the Earth with escalating threats. So once you play the game, you can actually hop into co-op or even play the campaign some more, or just free roam around with any character you've unlocked up to that point, or when new characters come in, you just play with those characters in this world as well. Then next they talk about, you know, each actor talking about the character they're playing and why they're very excited to play with those characters, but we're jumping into more juicy information. Then it looks like Hall H gets some exclusive information talking about the new costumes that you can see rocking on your Avenger characters. That being, you'll have the Iron Man Mark 42 being a Sin armor, I believe is what it's called, and you also get to play with Hulk's Joe Fixit or Grey Hulk costume with him in the tux. I think that's really cool. Not to mention, they've also talked about it, and you won't see here in this article. I saw in a separate article or these sets of tweets. You actually get to have the scaled version of Captain America's costume, either something similar to Marvel or like the OG costume. Either way, I'm excited about it. And it does not end there, people. We have more information about the collector's edition. Yes, you heard it. There is a collector's edition and it comes with a statue. The statue is being built by Gentle Giant, the same company that's been doing lots of statues for lots of games. They are making a 12-inch statue of Captain America, hand painted. Woo! High quality stuff, high painted for Captain America, man. That's going to be awesome within the collector's edition. Plus, it comes with some other pre-order bonuses, but you get a big statue. I'm going to try to get that version. Then the tweets go into more information about, how you'll have different stuff. If you have PlayStation, you get the game a little bit earlier as far as like the demo stuff. You get some of the characters a little bit earlier with PlayStation. So if you're on Xbox, I'm sorry. And of course, they said there will be more information on the collector's edition before the end of this year. And of course, anyone who is at San Diego Comic-Con, you can see the statue in action. Then it does pan out and it finally wraps it up saying Marvel Avengers will be available May 15th, 2020 on PS4, Xbox, Stadia, and PC. So hitting all the great consoles, man. But is there more? There is more, but I'm saving that for a separate video. I'm not going to talk about it here, but let's kind of do the summary here. With all that being said, I really want to say this game has got me very excited, and this information, as much as I would love to see it, and I'm hoping I see it very soon and have a video on that coming up, so you guys please be aware of that. With that information, I'm excited. This game has a lot to bring. Now, essentially recapping what I talked about for the beginning part, they talk about how everyone's excited in Hall H. They talk about in more detail some of the gameplay that did happen during E3, during that entire trailer. Then it jumps into some information about how the game is going to be driven. It is a story-driven game with some online aspects. When you do play online, you can select from the roster of characters that you have. Once you beat the campaign, you can also just do free roam missions or co-op missions on someone else's story if you want to as well, which I think is really cool. Then we got some great information about the collector's edition, which is going to come with a Captain America statue, as well as going to have multiple costumes within this game. Also showing off to the people during Hall H is going to be the Mark 42, that Joe Fixit costume, and last but not least, the scaled Captain America OG suit. Overall, guys, I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video and it was really informative. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments down below. I wish I could see this gameplay. I know everyone wishes we could see this gameplay. I would not be surprised if someone somehow sneaked the gameplay and then just kept it somewhere. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy the video, please give the video a like. I highly appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Infamous, and I am out.